Raptors are out of Toronto and into an interconference game. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. In the last meeting for these two teams, the Spurs came away with the win against Toronto.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Jared Sullinger is out there with Thunder. And it's Dang in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Leonard. Aldridge a screen. Green inside the three-point line. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got the game going here with the first basket for the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one. Since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Now here's Green following the miss by DeRozan. The turnaround Jay, and that one's good by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his first basket of the night.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
And, you know, for Leonard, you can add that Defensive Player of the Year award to his hardware list, and that puts him in elite company, one of only 3 players to win Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP. The other two, Jordan and Olajuwon.
Here's Leonard after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. Lets it go from deep, and it's Leonard again missing. For Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Right side Lowry, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And for Leonard, winning the Defensive Player of the Year didn't change him at all. I mean, he received a car for winning that award and gave it to charity. Went out of his way to thank his teammates during his acceptance speech. I mean, I think it speaks of his character and really the impact that Popovich has had on him and that entire Spurs team.
Here's Murray. Aldridge a screen. They set the pick. Murray dishes to Dedmon.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, that was nice.
No doubt. There are assists, and then, guys, there are assists.
Back to Lowry from 12 feet out. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lowry's got 6.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Murray kicks to Leonard. And the shot is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. Pass to Thunder. Clanking it by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Murray. To the middle. Here's Dedmon. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Spurs.
I mean, it's about the pace they played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
They set the pick. Sullinger against Aldridge. Sullinger dishes to Dang. Kicks it to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. The shot from 20 feet away. No luck. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
So it's the Spurs now, following the miss by DeRozan.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Sullinger, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
They kick it out to Green, and he's good on the 3-ball. Green's got 5 now.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Outside Lowry. He feeds it to Sullinger. And stolen by Aldridge. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And then Leonard with the dunk.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open. You get much better rhythm offensively, and this lead, I think, is headed up.
The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in, and Toronto also making a switch. Valanciunas is checked in. Deng can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Now here's Mills while recovering.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
He dishes it to Valanciunas. And again, Toronto no up. Spurs leading by 3. Here's Leonard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. For a long time in San Antonio, it's been about the big 3, and rightfully so with all their wins. And Kawhi Leonard seems to be their future.
And Kawhi and the big 3 recognize that and are trying to ease the transition period. And if you know the Spurs, they'll make a smooth transition, won't they, Kevin?
Absolutely. The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. Then for the Raptors, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Thunder. Ross comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Raptors trail by 5.
And guys, for Kawhi Leonard and the Spurs, Coach Popovich already sees him as the next guy. He told Leonard not to think of the big 3, but to think of himself as the big 1.
Ross with a wide open look, and it falls over the rim and in.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Duncan, a screen. And Mills kicks to Duncan. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Ross. The rebound by the Spurs.
And guys, with what Popovich said about Leonard, small things like that can be the catalyst to get a player to reach greatness. Sooner or later, this will be Kawhi's team. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. And
Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here.
Simmons.
Joseph with the ball. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Patterson. And again, Toronto no up.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Poked loose, tries to keep it alive, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Right now in the league rankings, 5th in opponent field goal percentage, 5th in opponent offense, and they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And you look at their defense, they limit their opponents into that anemic shooting percentage because of their terrific teamwork. These guys stay on a string and really provide that help to one another when they're out there. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and If you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Joseph, that's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Mills. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Spurs passing it around. Goes up on the block, and again it's Tim Duncan. Duncan's got his second basket of the night.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Now here's Joseph. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Clock at 4, the 17-footer. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Shots good by Mills.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Toronto with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. Screen by Valanciunas. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for DeRozan. He's averaging 20 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
And Joseph drops them both. And here are the Spurs. They're on a 16-6 run. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And Toronto making a change here. Lowry's checked in. Here's Simmons looking for his first basket still in this one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Lowry passes to Patterson. And it's off from three-point range. Spurs leading by 13. And the pass to Bertans. Dishes it to Mills. To the paint. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Patterson, the screen. Here's Lowry. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
24 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Mills with it. Lowry picks him up. Shoots the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
With 1 on the clock. Jump shot is good that time. Lowry's got 10.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
Here we go, San Antonio, please.
And DeMar DeRozan, the star for this Toronto Raptors team, he said he wants to bring them back.
A lot of people never really pay no attention to the Raptors. They just look at the Raptors like another team, you know. So when I came, you know, I just wanted to bring that feeling back and the excitement that everybody had for the Raptors.
Let's face it, it's never easy for Toronto to get the attention that Clark, the U.S. teams get. That's just a fact of life that even Vince Carter at his best couldn't change.
And, you know, I don't even know if winning a championship would change that. Quite honestly, even if DeMar won the MVP. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
It's just been a long-range battle for them and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Murray in at the point guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. 9 feet out. Here's Leonard, and it's blocked. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Dang passes to Thunder. Here's Joseph outside for Lowry. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Lowry's got 14 points. Last game for the Raptors, they picked up the W against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief. And resolve that they could win it.
And Greg, sometimes we've seen it happen where a team that's supposed to be the underdog gets the game into OT, and then the momentum swings their way.
And stolen by Aldridge. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go, all the way.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over. And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the 3rd Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosh and Vinsanity, the other two. Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
And a tenacious leader for the Raptors.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Now, here is Lowry. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And the shot is good. Sullinger's got his second basket. Clark, one thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
Spurs leading by 11. Murray kicks to Leonard. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Dedmon. Good D by Sullinger.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him. I mean, he had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
Here's DeRozan after the basket by San Antonio. Fires, high post. No good off the front iron.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Ahead. And the rejection. Reaction by Leonard. Pass to Murray. That's tipped. Outside, Green. Nailed from three-point land. Green's got 10 points.
And for Lowry, he's been on fire the past couple of seasons. He's shown toughness, leadership, and the instinct to make winning plays on the court.
Oh, here we go with Green. Nope.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Raptors ball.
Raptors trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. The dish to Dang. Clock at 6. Will it go? And that one comes up a bit short.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Leonard attacking. Here's Dedmon. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Dedmon's got 4 this quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for him during the run.
Toronto calls timeout.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Mills, he's...
Yeah.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of it.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I'll tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
Here's Lowry. He's got 15. With some arc, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Good.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Green, no luck.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Dang with the bucket.
Jonas Valanciunas.
San Antonio leading by 18. Now here's Mills. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Patrick Patterson. And for LaMarcus Aldridge, always praised for his terrific shooting. His rebounding, as we know, Greg, has always been fantastic. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged double-digit boards.
And that's why so many teams wanted him in this last free agency period. His ability to put points on the board as well as clean the boards. What a deadly combination.
Now here's Valanciunas, guarded closely. 5 to shoot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, on the topic of Aldridge's rebounding, I mean, he doesn't do it by banging people around. He does it with positioning, timing, and length. Game quietly, effective, and impactful.
Valanciunas hits them both.
And guys, going back to Aldridge, last season was a difficult one for him. He had the torn ligament in his left thumb, but still fought through it to become the Blazers' all-time leader in rebound. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Corey Joseph's checked in for Toronto. Both free throws good from Aldridge. Here is Lowry. 17 points in the game. Valanciunas inside. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Outside, Green. And finished off by Leonard.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
Ross dishes to Valanciunas. It's deflected. Leonard, that's for two. And another. Basket for San Antonio.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Right side Lowry, screened by Valanciunas. Patterson passes to Joseph. And Lowry has it in the corner. Down low, Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game. San Antonio leading by 22. Aldridge with a screen on Lowry. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. He got right to the cup using that screen. Aldridge has got 8 points.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Valanciunas, good.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And what Patrick Patterson gives you guys is solid all-around play. He can help you in a lot of areas. High basketball IQ, high character, understands his role, knows his limitations, and stays within himself.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Duncan. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 1:12 left to play here in the half. All sorts of time, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's now 6 points for Joseph.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now here's Mills. While recovering, Mills dishes to Duncan. No luck. Nice D from Valanciunas. A difficult situation for Toronto. Joseph, the pass to Valanciunas. Outside Lowry. Back to Valanciunas. Great D that time from Duncan.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Feeds to Mills. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Here's Joseph. David Lee comes up with the rebound. And Mills kicks to Duncan. And stolen by Patterson. And so a pretty lopsided.
Well, David, obviously a very strong first half. What's been the philosophy of this team and how you mentally set your focus as a group to come out and play your best basketball?
We just need to keep being consistent, and we're a team that's going to stay humble.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 21 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now,
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants, and in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Raptors 5 right now. Jared Sullinger is out there with Thunder. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then it's Dang. And it's Lowry in at the 1. Outside Leonard. To the inside. Deflects the pass. And here's Lowry. And the call will be against D. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Lowry dishes to Sullinger. Puts it up from 15. Dang can't get it to go.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Leonard the pass to Green. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Leonard's got 23.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
The drive by Lowry. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 19.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. We've seen LaMarcus Aldridge getting it done. He has 8 points and 2 blocks.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Raptors trail by 21. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. On the wing, Dang. The shot. No good. In and out. Off the rim.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You can see the frustration on his face.
Green in the post. It's deflected. Inside. It's deflected. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And Sullinger kicks to low. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's in one heck of a groove with his scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And the Raptors call time here.
I'll tell you, Luol Deng is not exceptional in any one area, but really doesn't have any weaknesses either. I think he's been one of the most complete small forwards over the past decade in the league.
Joseph, the pass to Thunder. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And the Raptors with the ball. Thunder misses the one-handed jam. Talking about Luol Deng, his consistency year to year has been outstanding. Over 11 seasons, Greg, if you look at his averages across every category, they're remarkably similar.
And here's a guy can score from anywhere. Great mid-range game, makes plays for his teammates, rebounds at both ends. He is versatile and bankable.
San Antonio leading by 23. Ring shot on the way. Murray, no good.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
San Antonio calls timeout.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Aldridge with a screen on Lowry. Off the screen, and Aldridge slams it in.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Knocked loose and stolen by Murray for the finish. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Thunder passes to Day. Raptors moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Fires from the corner. That falls. Nice speed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got his 5th assist in this one. Spurs leading by 23. Murray kicks to Aldridge. Leonard on the wing. On the wing, Green. Buries the long-range jumper. Green's got 15 points.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Outside Lowry. Pass to Thunder. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt. It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Here's Lowry, and it's blocked. Here's Dedmon. He's got 6. Here's Murray up on top. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And he gets it to go.
Almost automatic when he can get the basketball that close to the basket.
Well, defense has to be played earlier in that situation. You've got to fight to not allow him to get that position in the first place. Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
And it's Lowry penetrating and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
So a moment now to see the story on LaMarcus Aldridge. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in field goal percentage. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
Yeah, and you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot.
A different look now for San Antonio. Duncan, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Mills in for D. A new group in now for the Raptors. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Thunder. Patterson comes in for Jared Sullinger. Terrence Ross is checked in for Luol Deng. And it's DeRozan in for Corey Joseph.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Oh, man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Pass to Ross. Outside Lowry. The 11-footer, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. San Antonio's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Leonard kicks to Duncan. And the layup is good. Duncan's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. His touch is disappointing. On him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Mills can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Valanciunas, and the basket good. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
And for Valanciunas last year, his offensive production was similar to the year before, but he cut down on his turnovers. He also raised his shooting percentage to a career-high 57%, and that, my friends, is improved efficiency.
Duncan with a screen on Lowry. And Mills kicks to Duncan. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. No coverage that time. Aldridge has got 23.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You know, talking about Valanciunas, the light clearly went on last season. He was more assertive, refined his post game. The next step is to extend his shooting range so he can help space the floor on offense.
Here's Duncan. The rebound by Patterson. Raptors shooting it beautiful here in the third, 56% from the field. Tries it from 9. Green with the block. And they'll keep possession. It's stolen by Duncan. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. That doesn't go either for Duncan.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. The shot no good. Nice D from Duncan. San Antonio's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall.
I tell you what, at this point in his career, it is safe to say, actually has been for a while, that Duncan might be one of the best power forwards ever. He is, clearly. 5 rings, 50-win seasons, his whole career. The complete package on the box.
Joseph, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Good on the second free throw. Well, no way to argue it. Tim Duncan, Clark, has been a winner his whole career. He's sharp mentally, and he's got the great tenacity on the floor. Only the greats have those qualities.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think media members still underestimate his will to win. You don't do what he's done without a real laser-focused approach. What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
The drive by Lowry. Banked in off the glass. Lowry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now Mills. He has 7. Duncan, a screen. And Mills kicks to Duncan. And the rejection by Valanciunas. The shot is off. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 41% for the game. They've got David Lee, also Duncan out there, and it's Simmons in at the 2-guard spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Valanciunas against Lee. Looking to get back on track here. Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Raptors. Mills dishes to Lee. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Picked away. In transition, here come the Spurs. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Calderon. Defense is right there. Valanciunas, good.
Really a good job recognizing the mismatch. Just going up for the shot with that huge height advantage on that possession.
And it's time for an injury report. While we've got this chance to check in on Kyle Lowry's status, let's bring in Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to catch up with the Raptors' head athletic trainer. Not what we wanted to hear, guys. It sounds like it's a very serious injury. Hopefully, we'll still see him with his team. This postseason. The team and us will be hoping for the best, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
It sure doesn't. I mean, that's a really hard blow there. A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Lee. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Here's Simmons. He kicks to Mills. Here's Bertans. Simmons passes to Mills. Bertans. He's guarded by Calderon.
He had his head on the... was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Toronto, they've got all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. The feed to Nogueira. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. And Simmons kicks to Lee. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Screen by Valanciunas. Calderon dishes to Valanciunas. And too long on the shot. San Antonio's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the 3-pointer to their advantage. Out to Duncan. Now the pass to Bertans.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about it is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league.
Inside, here's Ross. Over to the left wing. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Valanciunas has got 10 points in just the second half. And with the ads on the jerseys, it isn't something that would sit well with the fans probably, but around the globe, almost every other league in the world has ads on their jerseys.
You know, the NBA has shown that they're willing to try new things with jerseys, much like they've looked at other issues. It started with the sleeve jerseys, and advertisements is just another area they're exploring. Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty, and he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
To the middle, here's Wright. And that comes off the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got 4 assists now tonight.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
The Spurs have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Picked by Lee, Duncan outside. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Wright outside. With the teardrop, Valanciunas, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And Mills kicks to Duncan. And the Spurs scoring again.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Wright. And that's now 20 points now for Valanciunas.
Timeout Spurs.
San Antonio calls timeout.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. Lowry comes in for Wright.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. Now here is Lowry. He's covered by Murray. Here's Patterson. Lee with the block. Patterson setting the pick for Calderon. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Forbes kicks to Lee. He feeds it to Forbes. Off target with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Patterson. Tries again. And Valanciunas puts it in. Valanciunas has got 18 points just in the second half.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Murray kicks to Dedmon. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Did not need 2 hands for that slam.
You know, he can save the other hand for the next time.
One will do just fine.
Yeah, but just to switch it up a little bit.
And it's Lowry penetrating. That's tipped. They recover it. Anderson against Calderon. Anderson passes to Murray. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Dedmon dishes to Murray. it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And the Raptors making a change here. Joseph's checked in. Here is Forbes. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
Well, it seems like this is something we've said quite a bit the last few years, but now we really feel like we're in a golden age for point guards. So many point guards on so many teams are the leaders and best players on their team. You can name a dozen all-star level point guards in the league right now.
To illustrate just how strong the point guard position is right now, Greg, in the NBA, just take a look at the point guards who did not make the all-star team a season ago. Wow.
You know, in both conferences, it's almost as if we're in the midst of a point guard renaissance for the NBA. I mean, MVP Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, CP3 out west, John Wall, Kyrie Irving in the East. Boy, I could go on and on with the great players at that position.
Kicks to Dedmon. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson with the ball, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. But 3, Forbes can't get it to go.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for San Antonio.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And now racking up there, I can't believe I'm saying it, 71st victory of the season. Wow. Not something that happens often. What a ride it's been for this team.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Leonard. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Lowry with the ball. Patterson, the screen, and the call will be against D. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Patterson setting the pick for Joseph. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Patterson, the screen. It's stolen.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to beat, Kevin. I know their fans loved it.
Well, LaMarcus, we saw you take the hit and play aggressively in getting to the line.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard. He had a tremendous first half, and that clearly inspired the whole team after halftime. Gave him a big lift.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best of them. You know, if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down every.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.